This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. For many watch enthusiasts, obtaining a Rolex goes beyond purchasing a timepiece because Rolex always symbolizes status and reflects refined taste. However, the journey to owning a Rolex is often filled with disappointment. Unlike some luxury brands, simply entering an authorized dealer with money does not guarantee access to sought-after models like the Submariner or Daytona. In this video brought to you by the luxury world, we will explore the surprising reality of waitlists, delving into the intricate strategies employed by Rolex ADs that often leave aspiring Rolex owners without their desired watch. If you still have not subscribed to our channel, we encourage you to do so now to stay updated on our future videos. On the surface, the limited availability of certain Rolex models seems counterintuitive. Wouldn't Rolex want to maximize sales and profits? The answer lies in a carefully crafted strategy that prioritizes exclusivity over mass production. By deliberately restricting supply, Rolex cultivates an aura of desirability. The waitlist becomes a badge of honor, a testament to the buyer's patience and dedication to the brand. This strategy is further amplified by celebrity endorsements and targeted marketing campaigns that position Rolex ownership as a mark of achievement. However, the story goes beyond mere branding. Rolex also faces genuine production limitations. Their meticulous craftsmanship and focus on quality control restrict their output. This, coupled with the ever-increasing global demand, creates a natural bottleneck. Further complicating matters are concerns about brand dilution. Rolex is fiercely protective of its image and avoids saturating the market with its high-end pieces. Selling large quantities of these models to anyone with the cash could lead to them ending up on the gray market, populated by resellers who inflate prices further. The burden of these strategies falls squarely on the shoulders of ADs. Caught between Rolex's production limitations and a growing customer base, ADs often resort to a system of allocation. They prioritize established customers who have a history of buying from them, particularly less hyped Rolex models. This not only encourages loyalty but also increases overall store revenue. Furthermore, some ADs are suspected of engaging in practices like flipping, selling highly sought-after models to resellers for a premium. The result: a system that can feel opaque and frustrating for the average customer. The dream of walking into an AD and walking out with a Rolex becomes a distant reality. The main reason your authorized dealer is not selling you a Rolex is that they might not think you earn enough money. They form this impression quickly, within the first 30 seconds of you entering the store, based on how you present yourself, how you speak, and your attitude towards luxury watches. They will likely ask about your job and how long you have been there, using this information to judge your financial situation. There is a significant disparity between someone who has a full-time and part-time job, which means you may not have a compelling enough reason to be offered a Rolex. Consider this. Many people walk into stores asking for the same watch as you want, possibly hundreds, even thousands for certain models. Among them could be individuals with higher-paying jobs, more charm, longer-standing relationships with the store, or even celebrity status. How can you compete and convince them to sell you the watch you desire? It is like giving a sales pitch or seeking investment for a startup. You need to convincingly present your case, sell them in the dream, and demonstrate why you deserve the watch more than anyone else. Ask yourself what sets you apart. What unique story can you share that will give you an edge over everyone else? It is best to become more creative. Use your imagination to craft a compelling narrative. It is important to be genuine but find that amazing, unique aspect of yourself and share it with a salesperson. Avoid giving the impression that you are a reseller. If you storm into the store demanding popular sports Rolexes, they might assume you are only interested because they fetch soaring prices on the gray market. This can harm your credibility. Do not discuss reselling or the profits associated with watches, even if you have done it before. Pretend it is not even a consideration. The reason for this approach is that stores prefer to sell watches to individuals who will cherish and keep them, passing them down through generations. Build a rapport based on this mutual respect and long-term commitment. Instead of focusing solely on the watches you want, engage in a conversation that shows your genuine interest in their craftsmanship and history. This approach will help you come across as genuine and respectful, rather than needy or desperate. If you are wondering why someone would appear desperate for a watch, it shows a lack of understanding of how the luxury industry operates and sells its products. While it may seem odd, once you have mentioned the specific watches you are interested in and they have noted them down, avoid bringing it up again. Continuing to focus on those particular watches will not benefit you. Instead, emphasize the relationship you want to establish with the store. Remember, buying a luxury watch often boils down to personal connections. If they like you, they will be more inclined to sell you a watch. So, be sincere and avoid treating them solely as the gatekeepers to your watch dreams. They will see through any insincerity. At the store, it is essential to understand the hierarchy. You might interact with sales representatives who assist clients, but the ultimate decision on watch allocations often rests with the sales manager or a similar key decision maker. It is crucial to build a rapport not only with your sales rep, who can advocate for you, but also directly with the sales manager. Introducing yourself to them is important. If they do not know you, they are less likely to allocate coveted watches to you. So, ask your sales rep for an introduction to the sales manager. Approach them and start a conversation. Despite it being 2024 and people preferring not to engage, introduce yourself, extend your hand for a handshake, make eye contact, and exchange a few words. This person is crucial to impress, but buttering up should be genuine. Show your passion for watches and demonstrate your genuine interest, and you will do fine. If they do not see you as a long-term client, it could impact their willingness to sell to you. Some stores prioritize residents or long-term clients over transient visitors like students or tourists. They might even ask for your address to gauge your connection to the area. It is understandable since they prefer clients who are likely to stay and build a lasting relationship with the store. Stores sometimes favor married individuals with children. This demographic often signifies stability, maturity, and higher disposable income, factors that appeal to stores aiming to maximize sales and expand their product offerings. Unfortunately, it is a reality that influences their decisions. Lastly, if you have not spent much at the store previously, you might find it harder to secure highly sought-after items like the Panda Daytona. Stores, after all, prioritize clients who have a history of substantial spending, as it aligns with their business goal of maximizing revenue and profit. It assists the sales representatives and managers at the store in achieving their sales targets. If you were in their position, consider what you would do. Next time you are frustrated about not getting a watch from the store, think about how you might handle things if you were working there. If we were in sales at the store, we would likely focus on selling Omegas, Tudors, and Breitling because it is not only our job but also helps me earn more. As long as it is done ethically, it is understandable. In conclusion, all the reasons why Rolex ADs refuses to sell to you expose a web of exclusivity, loyalty, market dynamics, and stringent brand policies. These intertwined factors illuminate the challenges and intricacies involved in acquiring a coveted Rolex timepiece. Navigating this landscape requires patience, persistence, and sometimes an understanding that the journey to owning a Rolex is as much about the experience as it is about the watch itself. A journey through a secretive and selective world that truly values dedication and authenticity. What are your thoughts on the Rolex topic we discussed in this video? We would appreciate it if you let us know by leaving a comment and giving it a thumbs up. Do not forget to follow our channel for more content. Thank you for watching The Luxury World, and we look forward to having you join us in our upcoming videos.